Oh, this is Grumps again. This is called a letter of sorrow. When I went to Vietnam, I was stationed in an artillery base. When I first got there, they asked me if I wanted to drive a Jeep for officers. Then they made me mail clerk. It was my duty to see that all the troops got their mail. At first, I just gave them the mail and walked away. I started watching the men and the reaction as they read their letters. I saw lots of smiles, some laughter, and even some sighs of relief. Sometimes tears would start running down their face. One day I watched a young man fall down on his knees and cry like a baby. I got the nerve to ask him what was wrong. He pushed the letter into my face and said, "I got a letter from my wife. She said she wants a divorce." I could feel his hurt and anger, being 10,000 miles away in a war that he didn't ask to be in. He walked away with his head hung low, with his letter tightly gripped in his hand. I continued to deliver the mail and noticed more and more Dear John letters were coming in. Then one day my friend said he would never get a letter like that. Okay. Then one day I went and got the mail and I handed it all out. Then a lieutenant told me that I had left one letter and I needed to go get it. Orders are orders, so I went and got it. The last letter, it was addressed to one I knew as my best friend in Vietnam. He opened the letter and there was a shocked look on his face, and then his hands covered his face. I could hear him crying. I read the letter. It was then that I understood all the emotions, the anger, the feeling, the helplessness, not being able to ask her why. As time went on, he stayed angry. Then one day he did something stupid. He sat down and wrote her back. He expressed his emotions in angry words and words of hurt, and which he regretted later. Time went on. My friend left Vietnam. I heard he finally accepted the letter, and years later got married. So as far as I know, he's still married, which was probably a good thing to start his life all over. There's lots of different types of pain in war. Pain coming from home is something you never forget. I see all these brave young men, 18, 19, 20 years old, taking the risk of coming home in a box with a flag over it. Yet, it only took a letter from home to bring these brave men to their knees. I say, God bless all the men and women in our military. God keep them safe. Thank you. There's no comment on that. You make the comment. Thank you. Grumps out.